Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to Reds. I'm Redheaded Riding Hood, Red for short. Happy Friday. I have my Southern Red wig on today. Y'all, welcome. Hey, Elsa, how are you? You're feeding friends. Oh, yay. Howdy, everybody. Red, beautiful day. Blessings on yours. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That's great. Feeding Friends Friday. Oh, what's Feeding Friends Friday? That sounds awesome. Stuffed peppers. Feeding Friends Friday was stuffed peppers and cauliflower. Mashed potatoes. That sounds good. And salad. Oh, also pick a carrot. I have carrot cupcakes in the freezer. And my carrot cupcake video is still waiting to be downloaded. I can't get it from my phone to YouTube. For some reason I have too much stuff on my phone or something, or it's too long. I don't know what it is, but I've had that for a while. I have carrots today too because I have so many carrots didn't realize. Oh, lost stroke brain. You are well. Oh, local church feed community hot meal. That's interesting. Piece of carrot cake. And you hadn't had carrot cake before? That's my specialty. I maybe will heat it up for a few seconds because they're in the freezer. So I don't like eat them all, but I don't usually. I'm used to doing that. I used to make carrot cupcakes and red velvet cupcakes for my Airbnb. So I would freeze some of them. Yeah. So I have the salad I made yesterday, the chicken I made yesterday, and carrots because I had all the carrots I needed to cook. Yep. So happy Friday. That is really a good thing. That's a cool thing that to help the community out. Let me play my flute. I got my squishy ball. Lights up too. It's just fun. This is from Walgreens. Just play you a little. Someday I'll learn the rest of that song and I'll play it for you. Let me light the candle. You guys, I'm busy. But I'm still a little bit late because, just putting my wig on and everything. But I didn't cook anything because I was already cooked. Welcome to Red's Flames. Y'all, welcome. Hopefully we're on fire for God. That's why we're the flames. Feed your body, feed your soul. Hey. Hi, Ivan. Hi, Ivan. I gotta learn the rest of the song. I had the window open because it's nice out, but you guys, the planes are too loud. The planes are too loud, and then I never know when they're gonna turn the blower, come mow, turn the blowers on, or turn the mowers on. It says it's drizzling. Wait, I have to go see now. Is it really raining? Because sometimes this is wrong. Oh, looks like it is a little bit. Or it was. Wait, let me go see. It's not actually raining right at this minute. It's 56 degrees outside. So, and it's rainy. Before stroke. Your favorite is before stroke. Huh. Thank you. Thank you, Ivan. Yeah, I got this wig when I was at my brother's, inspired by Joyce, because my sister-in-law, who had cancer, she had a number of wigs, and she just ordered a new. I mean, she kept going. She was just always positive. She had just ordered a new wig. She had started planning a trip to Hawaii before she passed away. She was just awesome. So I often talk about that. My sister-in-law, when I got to California, was a month before she passed away. It was December 2020, and she passed away in January 2021. But I say, I got this wig. I think it was January 2021. I got this wig. Tried it on, and my brother said I looked like Ashley Judd, and I was like, I don't look like Ashley Judd. Ashley Judd is the one with brown short hair. You didn't see the wig. Yeah, this is the wig. My hair is normally short. Let me pray so I can eat. What else do I need to do? I'm not going to blow bubbles because my food isn't covered. Well, my salad's covered, but my other food isn't covered. I guess I could go, wait. I'll blow them that way, maybe. Does that work? Can you see them? I don't know if that works, but anyways, now there's bubbles on my chair. Okay, I'm going to pray. Oh, Wolfie hasn't said hi lately. This is Wolfie. Hi, I'm Wolfie. So let's pray. Dear Lord, thank you for this food. Thank you for all my YouTube friends and followers. I pray that you would bless them. And Lord, I'm so thankful for how you've blessed me, Lord. I'm so, so, so thankful that I've been able to just chill here in Denver for like a year, and that I've been to travel some, Lord. I'm thankful that I got a job now, Lord, and just thank you so much. You're so good to us, Lord. And thank you for this food. I pray these things in Jesus' name. Amen. Yes. Oh, this chicken looks good. I went to a women's monthly women's conference thing that they have like down the street from me last night, and it was really good. I talked about it. The first one I went to, though, She talked about Lot's wife being a brave girl. And so oh wow, you guys, you know what I just did? I accidentally blew the candle out, so I'm going to light it again. Going to light it again. There it is right there. So I just accidentally blew it out. Can't have that. Okay. Put that over there. So, yeah, I have carrot cupcakes and I wasn't able to do them. I wasn't able to do the video or download the video because it wasn't downloading it. I tried several times. So this is the chicken I cooked yesterday. And it's very good. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Does anybody have plans for the weekend? I'm going to Walk for City on Saturday. You can also usually find me at Glorious Life on Wheels Live, which is at 3 p.m. Pacific on Saturday. I like to moderate for Carol. It's fun. A lot of nice people over there. Let me drop her link. So that's always like, I have that on my phone alarm. And I'm usually there. She puts out so many videos, though I'm not always caught up on her videos, but I usually always make all her lives. Yeah, I see there's another one with Lindy. She just got back from a trip. Here's Glow's channel, Carol's channel. She just got back from a trip with Lindy to Tennessee. And I don't think Lindy's back yet, or she might be on her way back. Lindy goes live on Tuesday night. And so I'll show Lindy's channel too. It's Lava Lindy. Lindy's Awesome Van Adventure. So she goes, I'm not caught up on her videos either. I tried to stay caught up, but wow, she's got 268,000 views on her channel. That's crazy. That's awesome. I interviewed her when I had more subs than her. And if you want to see that, you can search it on the search bar. Put in Redheaded Riding Hood, Lindy, interview with Lindy, probably. But I think I can drop the link for it. Here's Lindy's channel. Oh, I put Liddy's. I meant Lindy's. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Let me put that. I meant Lindy's. So, oh, I love grilled stuff. Do you guys like grilling? I love grilling. Have a little Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. I got it upside down because it's almost to the end. I'm gonna put my email on the bottom in case you want to email me. It's right there. You can just email me to say hi. Email me your address if you found all the videos in the scavenger hunt, and I'll send you a tiny thing. Got a bunch of things on the contest. Here's the little tiny spirograph. And yeah, I got a bunch of little things you could win. So this chicken is good. I'm gonna put my I have this dressing. I like this dressing. It's Olive Garden Italian. So how is everybody doing? Do you got plans for the weekend? And then Sunday I go to church and rest. Which is harder than I thought it was going to be. But, you know, God rested on one day, so I'm trying. I always usually just went to church on Sunday, but didn't really rest. In fact, it really felt like I was working because I would usually be in the nursery or something. Singing, when I was singing in the choir, that wasn't work, but that was really fun. Really good for my mental health, I feel like. Yes. She's an inspiration. Let me show you. Let me show you my interview with her. I think it was last November. So it's a little bit ago. And her channel, when her channel took off, it was this year, I think. Okay. 10 months ago, it says. It's from, when's it from? Let me see. It usually says the date. November 14th. November 14th. Now I'm about to burn my hand on the candle. Chicken. I dropped something. Oh, I think it was just a match. I don't know where it went. Wait, where is it? Oh, there it is. Yes. Oops. Yeah, I need to get another lighter. But my lighter was out of juice, I guess, so. Carrots are good. I think these make it not as low carb though. I don't know. Who knows if carrots are carrots? Oh, Ivan knows. Are carrots allowed on keto? I'm not a keto expert. I'm not a strict low carb person. I can't believe it's only 54 degrees outside. What did I say it was? Something like that. This wig makes me so hot. 56 degrees, yeah. Chance of light rain in the next hour. 100% chance at 2 p.m. So, but I might still head to the pool because it's an indoor pool to swim. I put even sugar snap peas in my salad. Okay. Carrots are a tuber vegetable. They release their sugars much faster than the other tubers. I don't know these things. Thanks, Ivan. What are the other tuber vegetables? Like potatoes? Is that what you mean? They're my salad too. Oh, okay. Cabbage family, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cauliflower. Highly recommended. Okay. So I tell this story. I've told the story before, but so 2007, I've always been like a yo-yoer. I would try to lose weight, but then like either stress, I'm a stress eater, I'm an emotional eater. I would start to lose weight and then either stress or the holidays or something like that. And then I would gain it back a little bit and I'd go up and down a lot. So 2007, how old was I in 2007? It's like so long ago. Really, my youngest was 6 in 2007. And 7 in 2008. So it was 2007. I was 41. I had this mean doctor. I mean, he went out, he literally quit. He was so mean, and I think he was mad because people wouldn't listen to him. He was so mean. He was like, there's no excuse for overweight and blah, blah, blah. And so I had, and like back then, I weighed around, I think before when I went into him, like when I first went in to see him, I was like 185 or something like that. But I was getting up to like 195. And so he started getting on my case, right? And I had a blood sugar test too. And it was December 2007. And also, I think what clicked in my brain too is that my cousin died in a freak accident suddenly that December also. So she had just passed away, and it was just like a shock to everybody. And so, yeah, that happened. The year before, my brother Mark had passed away, and the year before that, my brother Tim had passed away. So it's like, gosh. But anyway, so this mean doctor, and he said to eat, yeah, I forgot to put cinnamon on. I put some brown sugar. I did put some brown sugar on those. So they definitely weren't keto. I should not have done that. Oh, really? Cinnamon helps when you eat them. Okay, potatoes, yams, beets, turnips, basically anything that grows in the ground. Okay. So, yeah. So what he told me to do is eat vegetables and meat. That's what he told me to do. And I just and at first I was just like, yeah, okay, whatever, dude. It's Christmas. I'm going to eat what I want, you know? And, 5 little kids at home. I said, but, what's interesting about my kids is they're all, okay, 1 per serving. Tomatoes are fine, 1 per serving, but not anything made from tomatoes. Canned tomatoes, ketchup, tomato sauce. Again, it was cause the Glucose to spike. Okay. It's okay, Elsa. Okay, you used to consider canned tomatoes for dessert. Now I can because I process sugars normally. I'm not strictly, but anyway. So what happened this Christmas, 2007, is I had the blood. I don't know, and I don't even remember what the level was. But this guy, I could tell this doctor did not have a life. He called me the day after Christmas, you guys, and it was 9:30 at night. 9:30 at night to tell me I was pre-diabetic then, like I just was again recently. Because I gained that weight back, it took me a long time. It was the divorce, depression, parental alienation depression, actually. And it's 5 years since my divorce. Yay! That's what I forgot to say. I'm celebrating today. 5 years divorced. Yay! Me. 3 years since I escaped from Georgia in 2020, sold my house, paid off all my debt, bought an RV, traveled around the year traveled around the country for a year. So a lot of things in the little tiny things contest on my page are, if you find all the videos I ask for you to find, a lot of the things are things I've got on my different trips, like the little elephant and the little owl from the redwood forest in California. My favorite place in the US, anyways. So far, this little thing, it's cute. The necklace comes in. I never wear this, but I got this because it was a cute little elephant thing. And I have the elephant bone. Whoops. It's so cute. But I don't really wear it, so I decided I would. I got that at a little antique store in Georgia. So that's from Georgia. But let me eat some more salad here. Oh, I'll never get done. It's okay, Elsa. My friend at church, Barbie, has had a stroke, and she understands what I'm saying and stuff. But she's in a wheelchair. She can't she can't walk. But she's really sweet, and her husband, I met them at church, and they're just really good people. I really love my church. That's one major reason why I decided to stay here, and that I'm looking for a house, and also that I got a job. But now you guys pray for me as I'm taking my course, my lifeguarding course, that I'll do well on it. I don't want to just barely, I don't want to be, I don't want to just barely pass. I want to exceed. I want to nail this course, because I don't want to do anything half-ass, Excuse my language. Oh, frozen banana with ground cinnamon is a sleep aid, huh? So When my doctor called me, 9:30 at night, day after Christmas 2007. Consider me the ghost of Christmas future. If you don't do something about your the blood sugar, if you don't lose weight, you're going to become an insulin dependent diabetic. So I took him seriously, and I lost 30 pounds. It's funny because like my younger son Ian, he was a pre-adolescent, and my kids, a lot of them, I especially remember this with not Claire so much, and yeah, Lydia I think did too. So when I was an adolescent and my kids did the same things, like when I was around 11, 12, I gained weight, and so I was kind of chubby, but then I got tall and skinny, and so I never thought I was a skinny when I was a teenager, though, because the skinny, really skinny look was in, and that's when the eating disorders exploded with teen girls and stuff, because the models were all super skinny. It was like in style, and I always felt bad even though I wasn't. But anyways, my kids all went through this thing where they would put on weight and then they would get really tall, and the boys got like really, really tall too, because they're 6'2" and 6'4", right? So it was funny, like Ian and I weighed about the same thing, and he was shorter than me. And so we were around like 195, and we lost the same amount of weight. I don't even think he was trying though. And he said, eat vegetables. He said, you'll get your carbs from the vegetables, eat vegetables and meat. But I still ate fruit as like a treat. I would still eat some fruit, but just try not to not eat a lot. Oh, so you do have a wheelchair? Yeah, Barbie's is not. I think she rolls it herself. They push her in it usually, but it's not it's not an electric wheelchair. But so, um, so I started losing weight. It took me most of the year, but like Ian and the pediatrician started to get onto Ian too, because he was too heavy for his height. And I don't know if he tried or not. He was only like about, how old was he then? He just turned 30. He was 14. And so, he was going through that awkward chubby state. And so like through the course of 2008, we lost like the same amount of weight, and then he got taller. Yeah, I think he lost weight and he got taller. And then, my boys, when they were, 16, 17, 18, 19, were tall and lanky. So, and same thing though with my older son, it was the same thing. Like they got, and because I did that, like when I was like 11, 12, I got chubby, but then I got taller. So, but when I was 14, I was like the same height I am now, but the boys grow longer than the girls do. But anyway, so I lost like 30 pounds and I was down to 165. But it was really hard for me to maintain that. And I would yo-yo a lot of times, and I lost the last 10 pounds. Like, you guys, I probably lost really like 100 pounds because I would just yo-yo. I would gain it back and lose it, and gain it back and lose it, and gain it back and lose it. And yeah. And go up and down. I yo-yo a lot. But so the doctor was so mean to fat people, and they would get so mad. I met this one lady at the physical therapist who was like, "Oh, that doctor's horrible." I cried and cried and cried. And she would tell everybody she knew not to go to him. And he just got sick of all, he just, I got a notification in the mail. It referred me to Dr. Mary Belvon in Macon. They're both in Macon. And she just said, I was like, "Oh, what happened to Dr. Wilkinson?" She's like, "Oh, he just wanted to do something else." And I was just like, yeah, right. There's no bedside manner whatsoever. And I was kind of annoyed because I wanted to show him. I was used to this negative reinforcement. And so I took his negative reinforcement and I ran with it. I'm like, "I'll show you, dude." What made me mad though is he went out of business before I could go back and be like, "I owe it 165 now. What do you think about that?" But anyways. So, but yeah, and that's what he said. He didn't say to do any certain diet or anything. He just said, eat meat and eat vegetables. I read things though, like on Atkins. I read things about it. And it was the only thing that really worked for me because I tried all sorts of other things and I couldn't stick to them. This, I think, because it gave such good results and encouraged me. But then, I cheat a little bit sometimes, but then it would be okay if you went right back to it. Use a walker or cane. Not having any water is not good. How do you get through that? Yeah, I had somebody in Missouri that was out without water. It's just like, that's insane. Really inconvenient for any length of time. Really hard. Because, you can't do anything. You take a shower, can't cook. You need water to live too. There's bottles of water. They were doing something here, and they said, in my apartments, and said the water would be out but it was just like for an hour or something like that. They're like, "Do you need to come get bottles of water?" I'm like, "I have bottles of water now." That's something that's just insane to like we always had water right out of the faucet, we always would drink the water right out of the faucet, right? And when I was married, my husband, now ex, wouldn't allow me to buy bottled water. He was like, "It's free, see?" And he turned the water faucet on. He was like, no. And it was funny. Also, when I started, when I was gaining the weight back, you guys, I started running because I was like, oh no, I don't want to gain this weight back. I started running, and then I started to I had the plantar fasciitis. I had problems with my feet, but my ex used to run, so we ran together for a little bit. It's funny, we would run together sometimes, and he'd be like, I never thought you would be a runner. But we did. But I signed him up for this, and he was the same thing. He was cheap. He was cheap. And this is what I realized, that's why he didn't take me anywhere, because, vacations cost money. That's why he didn't, his parents don't go anywhere. And, they're retired. They could be traveling and they have money. They could be traveling all over the world, but they don't want to travel and they don't want to spend the money. But I signed him up for 5K, to do a 5K with me. And he's like, you don't have to pay to run. It's free. Same thing with the water. He was like, he didn't even go. It ended up, hey, Teddy. Hi. Hello. How are you? I'm sorry. I'm blabbing on. Okay. You only been here a minute. Sneaking in here on me. I'm having, learn. You only take a quart of water. It's lighter. I have this. I should be drinking water, but I'm drinking this. So, how are you, Teddy? I'm take my vitamins. "47 minutes. Need to say a poem for y'all. I haven't said one yet. Maybe I'll say my elephant poem today. That's the reason for the elephants. I have this one. This is left from, I think, the Fisher-Price circus train I had. This little elephant. I have all these old toys here. This is an eyeball. I think YouTube thought it was something. Does it look like a real eyeball? I don't know. But when I did the video with these in the candy dish, it took YouTube a long time to accept it. I think they were like, wait, that's gross. Those are eyeballs. It looks like an eye. It's an eyeball, but it's not a real eye, YouTube. Don't freak out on me, YouTube. Oh, you do have a cold. I'm sorry. But these are fun. And then I have the little, I used to always have little toys on the table when I did my, oops, I'm going to burn myself with my candle. I had these little toys. I like the, can you see the, bowling pins? This video got a lot of views. Yay! So I like, that was my favorite. That's my favorite table toy. So, and I don't have a table, you guys. This is my bar and my kitchen. Oh, I got a sauce here. on the table. It's not a table though. It's the bar. It's an island in my kitchen, actually. So, let me say the elephant poem. So, it's in this one. It's in this one. No, you can't get this one though. These are the people that ripped me off. Page Publishing. Yes, do not hire Page Publishing. Rip me off, $3,000. I don't get any royalties. I didn't get any royalties from that book at all. Not that I think I sold 1 million copies, but this poem is in this book. So if you want this poem right now, I'm wanting to find another publisher to redo this book as a children's book. But I didn't write it for kids. I wrote it for me. The elephant in the room can be anything, you know. That's the thing with, like, you're like, what's with all the elephants? What's with all the elephants, Red? What's with all the elephants, Red? It's because of my What Elephant poem. Was there ever an elephant in your room? When it walked, it went boom. You tried to deny it, but you couldn't hide it. Where can you hide an elephant? Oh no, that's a cat, you try to say, or maybe a bat. It will fly away. If you can't admit it, you can't quit it. Go ahead and face it. Can you trace it? Could the truth set you free? Or will they all laugh at me? Who are they and why do we care if they laugh? They have a hyena in their room. That's so much worse than just an elephant. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. 1 day, 2 day, 3. Day by day, these things I pray. I have a higher power who created elephants. Maybe he can take care of it. I wonder what he'll do. Will he take it to the zoo? What? People will come from miles around to see the greatest show in town, the elephant. He now does tricks and people pay to get their kicks. God can take your ashes and give you beauty. You thought you had to sacrifice. Everyone must pay their price. If I give him the elephant, he'll die. Let me show you the picture. Inspired by Horton Hatches the Egg. If I give him the elephant, he'll die. But the ringmaster doesn't work that way. The elephant will live another day. He'll sing and dance because he got a second chance. The circus is a place of joy and wonder because the ringmaster has a plan. Trust the elephant in his hands. Yep. That's in the scavenger hunt, you guys, is to find the video. But I'll give you guys a hint because I had to do this because it's hard to find some of those videos. Like, except for the first one, you just have to go to old videos because it's like the second video on my channel. To find the one in Georgia with my doggy, just click on oldest. They're not that hard to find, you guys. Come on, you can win a tiny thing. Come on, play my game, you guys. I want to keep doing it. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. Come on, you guys. It'll be fun. Play my scavenger hunt. I only had Crystal play last month, but I made it all too complicated. Hey, Rochelle, hi. I had the honor of going to eat with Rochelle at my Shanghai kitchen. Last week. When was that? Yeah, that was last week. Yes, so that was fun. How was the zoo? I haven't been to the zoo yet, Rochelle. So tell me about how the zoo was. So, yeah. I'm probably going to say another old poem for you guys. So, yeah, I realized yesterday, and that's why I was like, oh, and this church down the street from me, I don't go to it. I go to Cherry Creek Presbyterian. But there's this church down the street from me, Thrive, that's nice. But it reminds me, honestly, it reminds me a lot of the church that I stopped going to because they kicked me out of Celebrate Recovery. So I think, I don't know, I kind of have I'm kind of like, oh, I can't go to church here all the time, but I'll go to the women's conference. So it is the most beautiful zoo. Oh, I've never been. I gotta go check it out. I never went. They have a nice zoo in St. Louis too, and I never went to it. And then they have two cat cafes in St. Louis, and it's like, gosh, one day I got to go back there and go to that. But I did finally, because I had been to St. Louis numerous times and had seen the Ark, but had never been up in it. And so Gladys and I went up in the Ark, and so I finally did do that, but I never went to their zoo or anything. So, anyways, but so yesterday I realized my younger son turned 30, so it was his birthday. So I texted him happy birthday, but then I realized it was like, oh, this is the day that my divorce went through. So like 5 years ago was when I had my divorce mediation in August. And it also so happened to be, funny coincidence, when the green card guy, Mohammed, showed up at my Airbnb to sweep me off my feet. And it was a nice distraction, honestly. And oh, he was just so sweet and so nice and so handsome, and he smelled so good. So, like, I put my blog post back up, you guys. That was from, it was not actually from 5 years ago, but I think it was December. I think it was from 2019, the blog post. Well, it was December, it was 2018. So it was from 5 years ago, December. I put the blog post up about Mohammed, and he got my blog taken down. I also got him to call me. He called me, and I was like, I think thou doth protest too much. What do you care about, like, what I say about you in this blog post? Right? I was like, no, thou doth protest too much, Mohammed. And yeah, so that story is on my blog, and it's going to be in my book. I'm going to be writing a book that's called Welcome to Reds. It'll be like my memoirs. It's going to have the Airbnb stories in it. That's why it's called Welcome to Reds. So yeah, but I put the blog post back up. I had taken the blog post down. I think in 2020, I took the blog post down. It was 2019 or 2020. But I recently put the blog post back up. The one about Muhammad is called Look What You Made Me Do. And yeah, it's called Look What You Made Me Do. I don't like your tilted stage. The games I don't know. I forgot the words. I used to know all the words to that song. Taylor Swift song. Look what you made me do. But I got harder, I got smarter in the nick of time. Honey, I rose up from the grave. I do it all the time. I got a list of names and yours is in red underlined. I check it once. I check it twice. Because the old red can't come to the phone anymore. I had to be taught that lesson again, you guys. I've had to be taught that lesson a couple times over to just stand up for myself. Because I just used to let people walk all over me, and it's not cool. It's not cool. Meekness is not weakness, Yeah, Jesus was meek but he also did things like run the money changers out of the temple and stuff like that, and call the scribes and Pharisees a brood of vipers. And, you know, he wasn't a namby-pamby. He didn't let people walk all over him, you know, except for when he was crucified for for us, you know. You know, that was when he, was led like a lamb to the slaughter. But, you know, we need to ask God for wisdom, because that's why I put the verse on my page from Matthew 10:16, where Jesus says to the disciples, I send you out as sheep in the midst of wolves. Therefore be as wise as serpents, as harmless as doves. So, yeah. The godly or wise thing isn't always, you know, if you're going to, it's not, what kind of Christian example is that if you let everybody walk all over you? Is anybody going to want to be like you? If you're just, Jesus came so we might have life and have it more abundantly. And he doesn't want us to be doormats. There's a balance to it. So, yeah. I was going to share with you today, because I was thinking about it, because I was thinking about this sort of topic. And I was thinking about like pride and humility. There's a great Mother Teresa quote. Let's see if I can find it and read it to you. I had the book, but as I say all the time, I donated my 2,000 books, my 1,600, I think I had in a smaller house, books to the Friends of the Library. But it's a Mother Teresa quote on humility. Okay, here it is. If you are humble, nothing will touch you, neither praise nor disgrace, because you know what you are. If you are blamed, you will not be discouraged. If they call you a saint, you will not put yourself on a pedestal. It's about like balance. I think it said it a little bit different way. It was on the book, I had a book that was, I don't think she wrote it. It was a book about her. But yeah. So, yeah. You're supposed to be, you know, that's the balance to it. Wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. Not, you know, we can't, if you do the bidding of toxic people, you're doing the devil's bidding. You know, if you're going along with them, hey, it fit. Wow. Okay. There, I put the quote, Mother Teresa quote. Yeah. And so we're to have boundaries, you know, we're not supposed to be allowing people to use us or going along with bad people. Yeah, and I often talk about, and you know, and it's not because I'm bitter or anything, but I want to bring awareness. It does. If I feel like I'm getting bitter and angry still, I pray. I always pray about it. I always pray, God, forgive me and help me to forgive. But But I bring up the bully. I do. I talk about it quite a bit. And one of the things that I noticed, because this happened in December 2021 and January 2022. So there were a couple, it was hell, you guys. I just got canceled. I got canceled by the van life, RV community, travel community on YouTube. I really did. I got canceled by the whole community and ostracized. But anyways, what hurt even more, because I wasn't close or friends with the bully, what hurt even more, well, his ex-girlfriend, turned on me, and she had been, I thought, a friend, but was a friend of me, was a fake friend. BB Rexall has a song, but it has bad language in it. Fake friends. So yeah, she was a fake friend. But even more than what the bully and his ex-girlfriend did to me were the people that I thought were my friends that sided with him, and I was like, me. I thought you were my friend. I thought you cared about me, and you think that this is okay for him to do a whole video to bash me? He did a whole live and it got him monetized. And, yeah, I'm talking about it again. Like, if you're listening, yeah, just be forewarned. Was a smart thing when you took your videos down, because that's how I had to get him to stop, is say, I will sue you. That's called slander. You're saying I'm a dangerous person. You're saying I said things I didn't say. Oh, she says she's not going to say the name. And I was so traumatized and so filled with anxiety about it. I stopped traveling. I already had, a little bit of a problem with anxiety. You guys, I didn't know what it was when I had anxiety, and I never had a panic attack. Thank God. But yeah, it just really, it really was bad for my mental health. It really, really was. And I had to pull back from YouTube. They would follow me around from live to live too. They were stalking and harassing me. It was insane. It was, aside from being alienated from some of my children, it's the worst thing I've ever been through. Only being alienated from my children was worse than that. It was awful. But what hurt me the most was these people that I thought were my friends. And I'm like, how can you be over there in his chat? How can you be over there now? One of the persons I thought was my friend and I helped her out is over there moderating for him now. And I'm just like, why? And that's what I like to talk about on my channel, is like, there's such deception in the world, and people, calling good evil and evil good. It says this in the Bible. It warned us in the last days, men will be lovers of themselves, disobedient to parents, rebellious, all these things, and that the deception will be great. Like Joyce Meyer recommends that you pray all the time that you won't be deceived, because I feel like how can, that's what I was so hurt by, more than, I didn't hardly know him, and it's like he got all bent out of shape because I said, I'm just going to join memberships to couples and women channels, because I was just cutting back, and I stopped a membership and I wasn't even talking to him, and he got offended because I said I wasn't going to join memberships to sing, and he wasn't even monetized then. It wasn't the video about me that got him monetized. the video bashing me. And it was just like insane. But see, what hurt the most was these people that I thought were my friends and that should understand that this is a bad person to attack me. For one, like if you have a problem with a person, you don't make, that's not what YouTube is for. It shouldn't be anyways. And I had tried reporting the video, but YouTube obviously doesn't care. But they, you know, people will talk about like, don't say this, don't say that, don't do this, don't do that. But I really don't think that, I mean, well, it depends when you're not monetized. And see, I wonder if that's why too, he took it down, because he got monetized. And, you know, and I was just like, why can you, how can YouTube allow you to monetize this video? Because like it was lying and then it's bashing someone else. And it's just like, that's, but anyways, but what hurt the most were the people that were brown nosing and going along with him. And I'm just like, how can you do that? How can you think that that's okay? And, you know, and how do you know? And this is what I think maybe some of them were thinking. It's like, oh, I don't want to be next. Look what they're doing to Red, you know? Oh my gosh, I better stay in line. I better stay in line with these people and do what they want me to do, or I'll be next and someone will be making a video about me. And I think they were scared. And so it's very sad, but it was very hurtful. It was more hurtful, the friends that I thought were my friends that would be on my side that were not. And I was just like, I can't believe this is happening. But in a way, not in a way, it really did push me back to God. So it was one of the things that, but it was right when I did come back to God. But you know, it had been starting up. It started up with another YouTuber who didn't make. He really got the other guy to do his dirty work. It's kind of like way my ex got, you know, some of my kids to do his dirty work, and like, because I really didn't care. I really didn't care about, you know, I realized he never really loved me in the sense that not narcissistic person could love me, you know, and I didn't really care about him. But he's like, let me get the kids to hate on her and that will do her in. And so that's kind of the same thing. The first YouTuber that got mad at me, he got this guy, his friend, to do this. And so it was just a big mess. And I'm so glad it's over. And I have learned so much. You know, I would respond totally different, you know. And did I? Yes, I made mistakes. Did I make mistakes? Yes, I made mistakes. Did I let them get to me too much? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And you would probably have done the same thing, you know. And then it was just, oh gosh, it was so horrible, you guys. That's why I've been so glad to be, you know, to get to Denver. And I'm glad that I live alone now. I had this codependent friend that I was living with when I wasn't in my RV. And she let this renter come in to her house who first ran off her good renter that was in her basement room. And then he was set on running me out of the house. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? And he was trying to get her to lower his rent too at the same time. And he was a slob and he was hoarding her house and filling it up with, she already had it filled with her stuff because she was a bit of a hoarder herself, but he was a slob and a hoarder and he was hoarding his stuff. He ran off her other good tenant. Then I was there for 7 months trying to recover from this bullying and stuff. And I was trying to get 4 years of taxes done. Was it 4 years? I hadn't done, since my divorce, I hadn't done my 28, when I was doing Airbnb too, 2018, 2019, 2020, and 2021. Yeah, because this was 2022. I was trying to get my taxes done. And I was sitting there for 7 months, and then I sold my RV, and then I bought my RAV, and then I came to Denver. Oh, so relieved. So I'm so relieved now to live by myself. And it's just like, and they watched me go through all that. And I think like they watched me go through the bullying and stuff. And because I was, crying on my phone to these people that I thought were my friends and then ended up siding with them, and I was just like, I can't believe this. It was so difficult. It was so difficult. It was such a difficult time. So I was sitting there in St. Louis, and this roommate this is how bad he was, you guys. He would literally leave his in the toilet. He wouldn't flush the toilet. And I was like, okay, I can't take this anymore. It was insane. It was insane. And then like unto these friends that sided with the bully, they turned it around. So I was the bad guy because I left him a note to like, please flush the toilet. Yeah. I mean, it was insane. I was just like, okay, I think this is a spiritual warfare because Red just came back to God and the devil's not happy. It was insane. Yeah, what is even more insane is YouTube didn't play. He acted like, oh gosh, this guy's a good actor, like my ex. My ex is a very good actor, and I acted too, in the 30 years of my marriage, pretending everything was okay, and the white picket fence and the 5 sweet little children and all that, But yeah, this bully guy was just acting like he was, oh, poor me. Oh, I'm so harassed by this person. I literally didn't do anything I did have a beef with the other person, like I said, the other YouTuber, but still it's not any reason to make a video about someone. And so because I had a crush on his friend, not the bully. I think the bully wanted me to have a crush on him, and he was mad that I didn't. But I made a fool of myself on the other guy's channel. It starts with a V. It might have van life in the title. But I made a fool on the other guy's channel. I'm still on his channel, although I made him take down the video where he said, you didn't ask my permission, and you gave me a drink of bourbon, and I got drunk, and I made a fool of myself, and I was fawning all over him. And, he just wanted me to help out his channel, But then I said something, about he could quit. We were talking with someone else, and someone else was live. They took it down. And all I said was, oh, he got so livid. And this guy, he's saying to me, he's saying, hey there, little Red Riding Hood, on his live, on his channel. He's saying that song to me. When I'm crushing on him and he doesn't like me in that way, he's freaking leading me on and being mean. And then he took that video down. So it's just, yeah, it was up for like a year. Oh, at least a year, I think. He recently took it down. The second one he took down like immediately. The second one was absolutely ridiculous. But it was my fault too, though, because I said something I shouldn't have said. I was joking, but I said, oh yeah, I'll pray for him. I'll pray for him to die. And it was in a blog post. Like I put the link to my blog. I'll put the link to my blog again. Blog post is still up. The blog post is still up. And he was very mad about the blog post about me saying that. I was joking about it, but I should not have joked about it. It was wrong. But anyways, I got in trouble and I got called a dangerous person, like I was trying to kill him. What is funny is that later I prayed that he would get with this certain person in courtside. And guess what? That's the kind of prayer God answers. I mean, even if I wouldn't ever pray for someone to die. It was a joke. That's awful. But do you think God would answer a prayer like that? No. But I did want him to leave, him and his girlfriend to leave me alone, because she did a video about me, which is still up, his ex-girlfriend, to be sure. I was like, if he gets with this person, then the ex-girlfriend will get off of my case and get onto this, this new girlfriend's, because I never was a thing with him. Never was. I heard through the grapevine that some other YouTuber thinks that I was with him. And I was like, no, never was. It's not my type. I was not interested. And so, speak and think later. Yeah, it definitely was a Peter moment. Yeah. Yeah, open your mouth, insert foot. Yeah, that was a Peter moment. Yeah. Yeah, Lord, you shall not do this. No. Don't do that, God. Just saying the wrong thing, but not realizing, just like, yeah, I should not have said it. So anyways, I prayed for him to get with this other YouTuber in courtside so that they would both leave me alone. So him and his ex-girlfriend would leave me alone. And guess what? Those two people are getting married now, because that's the kind of prayer God answers. And exactly as I had thought, they both, left me alone. He first took down the second video, because the second video was ridiculous. I was like, I'm trying to kill him, oh, she's dangerous. She's so dangerous. And it's funny, I was going to talk about, because Peter Marshall, who was chaplain of the U.S. Senate in 1949 when he passed, and his wife was Catherine Marshall, who wrote the Christie series, and she's a Christian writer, and she really inspired me to be a Christian writer, right? So Peter Marshall has this sermon in his sermons, and it's called "Praying is Dangerous Business." Praying is dangerous business. And I did this commentary, which is funny. I did this commentary on what do you do about assholes? And it's, excuse the language, please. I'm sorry. And it's a little short sermonette by Nadia Bolz-Weber. And so I did a little commentary on it. I'm trying to see where I can find it. It's on my blog. Probably 2022, I guess. Yeah. It's called What Can You Do About Assholes? And she says you can forgive them. And then it's not a namby-pamby thing, she says. But let me put the link. But she says it makes you free. It sets you free. She's talking about it sets you free. And she says, and free people are dangerous people. I'm like, yes. Let me put the link to my blog again. But I really like that pastor. She was the only one, like, I could still listen to, I didn't listen to her as often because I listen to Joyce Meyer about every day now, but I didn't listen as often. I wasn't reading my Bible. That's why I so atrophied and I so went backwards when I was away from God. I just really, I wasn't progressing anymore. And I really went backwards. And, I don't recommend it. Although God is forgiving and wonderful. And I was the little lost sheep. That's why I have the little sheep. I bought him at the Mercantile. I was gonna give away anyways the shot glass. Because I don't drink again. I stopped drinking again. But I got the little sheep at the Forks Mercantile in Colorado. It's right when you come into Colorado from you might have passed it. You probably passed it, Rochelle. Did you pass the Forks? It's a mercantile and saloon and a gift shop. And I bought the little sheep there because I was a little lost sheep. But when I was away from God, I just like my codependency was worse. I was not progressing anymore. I was going backwards, I feel like. And it was not good, and I'm thankful for God's forgiveness and like what it taught me. And it really did make my faith stronger because I just questioned everything. And I came to the conclusion, like, you know what? Just like when I said to my father-in-law when I was debating him, it's like, this is just a better way to live. It's just a better way to live by the Bible, even if there is no heaven and no hell. And now I no longer believe in hell. And I'm still reading Julie Forwarda's book. But there's a whole denomination, they're called Universalists. And I found this old guy, theologian, William Barclay, is a Universalist. Doesn't, and just from my reading through the Bible, I was like, there is hardly anything really said about it. If that was the main thing, and it's just like, what is that? That's just a motivation of fear. That's just like you're coming to God just because you don't want to go to hell. Well, duh, who would want to go there if that's real? But it's not really the right motivation to come to God. And so when I was away from God, I concluded that, because he was like, well, what are you missing if you're wrong? And I'm like, I don't feel like I'm missing anything. Because now I tried it. I tried being bad. It's not me. It's not me. And last month, I did pique people's curiosity because I said, go find my interview with Van Vita Travels. I don't hold anything back. And tell her, and she said she couldn't even imagine me being, conservative. I'm like, okay. Well, I was. Doesn't matter if you believe me or not. I was goody two shoes. So. Oh, put the link. I'll flag it. I've thought about putting the link like on my community tab to her thing. Let me I've emailed it to people. I can email it to you. Siri, flip a coin. Let me pray. Wait, let me pray. Dear Lord, This is insane, but do you really want me to do this? Because I will. I will. I go over there and check from time to time. Like I had the link to his because he finally he made it unlisted. I still have the link to it. When he made it unlisted, I went over there and left a comment. Like he had me blocked. I have him blocked. So like our comments don't show up to others, but we can still see each other's comments, I think. But anyways, I left a comment under it because I knew where it was because I had the link to it. And I said, it's about time. That was a wise thing for you to do because I had kept saying to him, I'm like, I will get a lawyer. This is slander. I will sue you. That's how I got him to take it down. I'm like, I'm sick of your bullshit. Excuse my language. But, you know, that's how I, you know, and lately that's been how I've been getting, I really feel like that's how I got the money from my mom and dad because others were hoping I wouldn't claim it, then they would have more. They're like, okay, if she's not going to get her money, then we'll have more. And so I was like, okay, like y'all are pushing my hand. I don't want to sue my siblings, but if I have to, I will because the judge in California said I get this money. And so I'm getting this money. And that's how, you know, I've had to learn, you know, and just like I was saying earlier, it's like meekness is not weakness. Meekness does not mean being a doormat. Meekness is not, oh, you can have it. No, that would just be stupid. You know, I have 5 of the 7 grandchildren. I should have gotten more money than them, but I did not. But at least I did get my money, and I'm very thankful for it because, like I said, I've been able to chill here in Denver for a year. I've been able to travel. I was able to go to Europe. Now I'm buckling down, though, and got my lifeguarding job, which I'm excited about. But anyway, so I think I might drop the link to it. Yeah. You asked for it. You asked for it. Y'all want me to go find the link to it? Because I've sent it to friends and said, please report it. I've reported it several times because she's lying. I didn't even address her publicly because like she wasn't even, now she got, I think she bought some subscribers and then she got people to play her playlist is how she got monetized. I never thought she would be monetized before me, but she was just a little channel. So I wasn't really like that worried about her, but like she still has this video up and I'm just like, this is insane. But let me check. Maybe she's taking it down. Maybe she's gotten smart and taking it down. But probably not. But she was saying that I like exposed her, you know, and this was something like she was stalking me, right? And he found out about the blog post because he was stalking me. I was like, what the heck is he doing reading my blog? It was almost like a test for me. Like I was almost like testing and seeing like, do they read this? And it was, you know, praying for his, you know, I didn't say his name, but I said his dog's names. So yeah, she still has it. She still has it up. It's one of her, well, it's not one of her top videos, but it has like 467 views. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And, you know, people too that, you know, used to follow my channel, whatever, do this and stuff. Dan, Valentina. Hey, Dan. Hey, Valentina. Hello. I'm supposed to be done. I'm nervous about doing this. Honestly, Rochelle, you really want me to drop the link? I will drop the link. Siri, flip a coin. It's tails again. No! Okay, here's the video that's still up for you to report. She's saying that I said she went for counseling and she didn't tell everybody already that she's even on my channel saying, oh, I wish I could go to that person for counseling when I interviewed my friend in Australia, Paper Crane of Hope. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, she's right there saying it too. And so her thing to say, you know, she's saying that I, you know, said, and that, and you know what else happened? Let me explain it, because it's about, I never even said, or I never even hinted at praying for her to die at all. I never even joked about that. Nothing, like, didn't care. I was focused on him. He was the one that was, you know, that did the big whole live about Red, bashing Red. And so I wasn't even worried about him, but right, I told you about how they would follow me around from live to live. He got me unmoderated from another big channel I used to moderate for, and he came into Glorious Life on Wheels, trying to get me unmoderated, saying, oh, what would you do if someone were trying, what would you do for safety if someone was trying to harm you or something? And, you know, she didn't know what he was talking about. She didn't know. And I was moderating for her. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, stay cool, Red, because he's trying to get you unmoderated again. And so they would follow me around from live to live. And they would, there it is. They would follow me around from live to live, harassing me. And in this video that I just dropped the link, There's a video for you to report. In this one, she's saying, number one, that I said she went for counseling and she hadn't already told everybody that, which, by the way, is about her ex, you know, the one that was bullying me. And so she says that. And then she says, so what happened is they were following me around from live to live. When you block someone on YouTube, you can't see them in the chat. You don't know what they're saying. You can't see them in the chat. They can't see you if you block them. They can't see you, but other people can see you. And you see people saying hi to them, so you know they're there, right? And I was trying to diffuse the situation. She followed me into, and I think it was Creatively Crocheted Triple C, because they used to follow me over to Triple C. One time it was funny because I was playing a game. I was playing Family Feud on Triple C. I used to go over there all the time. It's a really great channel, y'all. I was going to less places on YouTube because of all this YouTube drama. And so I stopped going there. And because it was kind of associated with the bully, because that was one of the places they would follow me to, was Triple C. They followed me to Glow. They followed me everywhere, you know, these other channels too. And that these other channels too, that finally like sided with them. So they would follow me around from live to live, harassing me, right? And Georgie, like they would follow me to George's, Cargo Dan knows this, Arvine with G, they would follow me there. They would follow me everywhere. It was so annoying. And then come up on the panel. He came up on the panel once and I'm just like, I'm out. Bye, Georgie. So they would follow me around, harassing me. And I've explained all this to you too when I'm reporting the videos, and I would run out of room in the explanation. But because I've reported this video a couple of times. Thank you for being here, Valentina. Thank you so much for being here on my rant. I'm ranting, and I'm nervous about doing this because I've thought several times about sharing it. But so what happened? So what happened, you guys? I'm explaining about blocking, and I don't know what she's saying. I don't know, what she's saying, and she doesn't see what I'm saying, but other people can see what I'm saying, and other people can see what she's saying, but we can't see each other. You understand that? Right? So, and I think it was Triple C. I could be wrong. I'm not sure. So this is what she goes into in this live, but it's a lie. It was a misunderstanding because I was trying to diffuse the situation, not thinking. And she says something and I don't know what she's saying. And people are starting to get like, and I said, and so apparently what she said is like, she wants me to die or something. She said that I was praying for her to die, which wasn't even the case. She's not in the blog post. You can go to my blog, read the blog post. It's about him. It's not about her. She made this about her when it wasn't even about her. And I didn't do anything to either of these people. It was just insane, you guys. It was insane. It started when I said, it was no mop. Kevin, no mop. I'm sorry I joined your channel because I'm just going to be, doing couples and women's channels, supporting couples and women's channels. And he got offended at that. And it wasn't, I wasn't talking to him. I wasn't talking to him. It wasn't about him. He didn't have channel memberships. He wasn't even monetized until after he did the bashing live of me. He wasn't monetized until after that. What a coincidence. It was his most viewed live. I'm so thankful he took it down. Thank you. By the way, so anyway, so she comes into Triple C. She's saying that I didn't see what she said, right? I didn't see what she said. So I say, and other people don't know that I can't see it. And I said, I'm still praying for you. I was trying to diffuse the situation. I made it worse. I said, I'm still praying for you. And they're like, oh, she's praying for her to die. Praying is dangerous business, y'all. This story is insane. And like I said, prayed for him to get with the other person, and now they're engaged. Because that's what happens when Red prays. If you're worried about that I prayed that, you should know I didn't pray that. Because you're still alive, dude. Oh, goodness, you guys. Yeah, and then I would see people, and then he gets monetized, coincidentally, right after he does his most viewed, most popular live about what an evil person Red is. Then he gets monetized. And I see these people who were my friends at his monetization party celebrating. Oh, it's so great you got monetized because you're so great. Oh, and you made that bashing video of Red. And I'm like, what the heck? What the heck? What are my friends doing at this channel still? It was insane. It was insane. And people just, and I got more, and I pulled away more and more and more from YouTube, and I even eventually, there wasn't anything. Triple C, I would drop her link. It's a great channel. She does crocheting, and I don't know, it just maybe was just because of the negative connotation. It's a great channel, and I was a member of her channel for a bit. And then I also joined Terrence Trower's, which was a ministry channel. It's a good channel too. But her and her husband, they do the Triple C and Joe show. It's a great channel. But I just pulled away more and more from going to as many lives. I just pulled away a lot from YouTube. And I just was like, healing for like 7 months. It was from November 2021 and then into 2022 for 7 months until May 2022. I sold my RV and I was getting prepared to leave. I was finally supposed to get the money for my dad. It took many more months though for my mom and dad. So I was sitting in St. Louis. I wasn't traveling from October. I stopped traveling in my RV in October 2021. November, he did the video. Ironically, September 7th, 2021, I came back to God. So it was like a month later. I was in Georgia. I got locked out of my RV. It was like, and then November, this whole drama started with a YouTube bully and his ex. And so it was November, and then December, I did the blog post, which I didn't think it would be a problem because I didn't post my blog. See, I think there was a link to my blog on my YouTube if you went to my about page, but like I didn't have a community tab until December 2021. Yeah. But I didn't link the blog post on my YouTube or anything. They were stalking me and following me and going and having people look at my Facebook. It was because of something I said on Facebook that she did the video. And I was just like, how did she even see my Facebook? I have her blocked on Facebook too. Like she's somehow with a fake account or, a friend is seeing my Facebook. It was just like they were stalking and harassing me. And then she does this video that I'm stalking and harassing her. And I'm just like, but I focused on him and just said, stop, I'm going to sue you, And I also talked to 2 friends that were going to court. I didn't go to courtside in 2021 because of him, or 2022. 2022. I talked to 2 friends that were going to courtside and said, tell him, please, I'm serious. I don't know. These people, neither of them answered me. I texted them, but not long after he did take the second video down. So I think they might have talked to him because I had a friend, with a bigger channel. I moderated for her and everything. She started out being on my side. She started out doing a video saying, this is how you should handle conflict. And she even said, this is bullying. You're bullying this person. She said it. Well, they must have pressured her because she took that video down. Then she unmoderated me. But I feel like she did talk to him and she got him to take down the second video at least. Because the second video was even more ridiculous than the first video. And the first video, he said, I couldn't even watch it. It caused me so much anxiety. I couldn't even watch it. And then I realized, oh my gosh, she did lie. Because he said in the first video, he said, oh, she says she's not going to say the name, but she says the name. And I'm like, I didn't say the name. I had a friend that defended me with a channel. I had a friend that defended me. And she went over there and left a comment and said, she didn't say your name in this video because that video is still up. And it's in the scavenger hunt. If you want to find it, go to the video and see if I say his name in it, because I don't say his name. I don't say his channel name. But yeah, and he said in his video, like, and nobody checks out what they say. And the same thing with Amy's video, Oops. Oh my gosh. Strike me dead. I said her name. Whatever. Well, that's up for now. Whether I leave that in the chat is I don't know. I might not, but maybe if you go over there and it's really old, it's really stupid, it's really dumb of her to keep it up there. I guess because she knows that she doesn't care now if because I don't think it was crazy of her to think like she was going to get back with him by ganging up on me with him or something like that. It was weird. It was bizarre, but anyways, I still pray for them and not for them to die. I don't know if I'll leave this link up, but I don't know. I might. Maybe it would get her to take it down. If you just go leave a comment, like I don't comment under it. And and like somebody was commenting like, oh, send us the email, Oh, you were too easy on her. We want to hear the emails, Well, you know what? I never emailed her. I just blocked her. She emailed me several times threatening me. Oh, I'm going to blast you. I'm going to tell everybody what you said. I'm like, whatever, knock yourself out. Bye. I didn't ever email her. And it was funny because there's several verses in the Bible that says, like, there's a verse that says, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. What I believe she had, what I believe she was trying to threaten me with was things that I said in Facebook messages, because that's where I would talk to her. And I thought she was my friend. So I confided some things in her with her. But I didn't really care if she, I'm the type of person that, it's unpleasant. I don't like to confront people, but if I'm going to say I'm having a problem with this person, and I'm talking to this person that I thought was my friend, I had this problem with this person, but I'm ready to be honest with that person. I'm not, you know what I mean? Anything I'm saying to someone else behind your back, I'm not going to be afraid to say to your face. You know what I mean? So like, I didn't care about her threats, like I'm going to blast you. It's just like, you've done enough damage already. Like, whatever. She was trying to get me to answer her back or whatever. Yeah, I'm supposed to be almost gone 2 hours now, but I've got into it about the bullies again. And I just feel like it is an important topic. And I said from the beginning, this is similar to the situation that caused Lee McMillan to take her own life, because she was struggling with depression. She didn't, and I wonder, like, she was struggled with depression and anxiety and all of that. And this, of course, it was on a bigger scale, because these are bigger channels, and it's Life with Lee. I only knew her because of Eamon and Beck. She was on Eamon and Beck's channel a lot. And I don't think I was even subscribed to her. I'm not sure. I watched maybe one of her videos, and it was about depression. It was about her struggle with depression. Well, this YouTuber, Dave 3D, would do all these videos about her, just bashing her and saying, like, just what a horrible person she was, and like her breakup with, because they used to have Max and Lee, the Australian, and now Max's channel is with his dog Augie, and so yeah, and so yeah, he just had done all these videos bashing her, and she threw herself in front of a train, March 26th, 2021. And that's when, you guys, I really got started with doing my mental health videos. And that's when I did that. That's when I did the first mental health awareness live. That was in my last month's, only Crystal played, my last month's scavenger hunt, and my video with D on suicide and depression, my video with the Box Fan D. So your YouTube presence is null and void these days. Yeah. Well, I was like, I almost just quit YouTube. I've said that to you before, Dan. I almost just quit YouTube. I've said it on here before too. Because it wasn't worth it. It wasn't fun anymore. I didn't want to do it, but I felt like God didn't want me to quit because my YouTube kept growing. I think their plan kind of backfired. I think that's why they did the second video. That's why they did the second video and then she did a video, because their plan was kind of backfiring on them. Even like this other YouTuber, his name was Ron. There's so many Rons on YouTube. You won't know which Ron I'm talking about. This other YouTuber, Ron, was like, oh, you guys need to stop this because it's ruining everybody's channels that's involved. And I was just like, well, Ron, my channel's still growing. I wanted to quit because I had so much anxiety. And so I stopped going live. I took a break from YouTube, and then I cut it back less and less and less, and that's why, like I even said, I was going to share you, Triple C is a great channel. I even stopped going over there as much. I don't know. I just would remind me. I don't know why. I had prayed about it. I was like, why don't I go to, it's Creatively Crocheted Creations, I think it is, but they just call her Triple C. It's a great channel, you guys. And so I even stopped going to some channels that I think were awesome, I was a member of a lot of channels. And two, the thing about me not unjoining Kevin's channel, and he was friends with the original bully that got mad at me, the one that strung me along and sang to me on his live and then deleted the live. And he was just like, yeah, I don't like you like that, but you're good for my channel. Like, hang around and be on my channel and I'll pretend like I like you. I was like, no, he pissed me off. Honestly, he did. So like, yeah. So, but yeah, Triple C is a good channel. And yeah, I just stopped going there. It was they eventually stopped going over there. They eventually stopped following me around, but it took a while. And I backed off from a lot of stuff. And I started going live. I was going live once a week. I started going live only once a month. And so I started going live once a month. I pulled back. I was not traveling. I sat in St. Louis for 7 months. I got my taxes done. I sold my RV, bought my RAV, left St. Louis in June, beginning of June. It's whatever you want to do, Dan. Good to see you too. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, let me find another poem to read you guys. Let's read this one, Unlimited. This is in this one. I'm going to read you guys another poem since I've gone on so long. And we're going to pray. I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to read a poem. We're going to pray. I'm going to let you guys go. And if you think I should leave this up, tell me what you think. Because I can also retract the comment. But I've thought about it several times of putting it there for people to report. Because I was like, well, they're obviously not listening to just me reporting it. And everybody else thinks it's cool for, people to do bashing videos, bashing other people. And, and I feel like that's what Lee died from, being bullied to death. Because it's very bad when you have anxiety for all these people to be coming at you like this. And it's just horrible to be thinking like these people think, believe this rubbish about me. It was so upsetting and triggering. So anyways, let's what I went through with my ex, but it goes. I have a quote from Eminem and Sia before this poem. This poem is called Unlimited. And it has lines borrowed from this song and other songs. Yeah, I do that. But this is this Eminem and Sia song, Beautiful Pain. It says, I feel the burn, watch the smoke as I turn, rising a phoenix from the ashes. I have learned from fighting fights that weren't mine, not with fists, but with wings that I will fly. Unlimited, throw the match, set the past ablaze. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, my tears have turned my heart to rust. Sometimes I don't want to go, but I must. Everything's on fire. Like the woods the summer he came home. There's a burn ban till October. No matter, don't mind, no fine. Crash, crash, it's all smashed, totally trashed. That old dream died. He said he loved me, but he lied. The white picket fence has gone up in flame, and I'm the only one to blame. I am suffocating, desperate for air. The wolf chews off her leg to get free of the trap. They're just waiting for her to snap. Her wings were clipped and burned, but now her fate has turned. That's from a different song. Who died? I did, because they hurt me so bad, it's like they murdered my past and threw dirt on my casket. How curious to be free. There are no strings on me. My future is unlimited. That's from the Defying Gravity song. Unlimited. Our future is unlimited. To the sky I will fly so high. Looking down on the ruins, I find him there. This time I won't come crashing down to the ground. I will glide with the wind's currents, blowing here and there, flowing in the spirit. You hear the sound of it, but cannot predict where it will leave its effects next. That's from the Bible, where Jesus talks about the wind blows where it wishes, and you hear the sound of it, but you cannot tell where it comes from or where it goes. So is everyone who's born of the Spirit. It's in John chapter 3. Okay, so that's that poem. It's from this book, Seven Story Tree. And I am going to pray and let y'all go. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm going to pray. And no, I'm not going to pray for anybody to die. Don't pray that. Never prayed that. Never should have said that. Yeah. I'm a person. I make mistakes. Just like everybody else. Never dreaming somebody's going to do a whole live stream about my mistakes, or a whole video and put it on YouTube about my mistakes. Really? I'm going to pray. Dear Lord, thank you for my YouTube channel. Thank you for leading me to stay on YouTube. Thank you for these YouTube friends and followers, Lord. I pray that you would bless them, Lord. I continue to pray, Lord. Help me, forgive me, and help me to forgive. Forgive me for my wrong words. Forgive me for my anger, Lord. And help me to forgive, Lord. I pray that you would bless my enemies, Lord. Bless those who persecute me. Help me to bless them and not curse them, Lord. I thank you that the main bully took down his videos, Lord. I pray that the other person would take down her video also, Lord, her lying video about me. Lord, help us to be strong and give us courage when we need to stand up for us, and courage when we need to back down, and just help us to know and follow your leading, Lord. And I just pray you'd bless all these people in my chat today, Lord. Be with An Artist's Life. Be with Dan. Please bless Valentina. Thank you for Valentina. Please bless Rochelle and Elsa and Teddy and Ivan. And I pray you'd heal all those that need healing, Lord. Those with cancer and getting treatment, Lord. I think of Chef Santa, Lord, and the woman on Instagram that I follow, the young mother, Lord, who got COVID. And I pray that you would heal her, Lord. I pray you continue to heal Lori and give her doctor's wisdom and be with her and give her wisdom and things to do for her health, Lord. And I pray you be with Rose and help her in her situation. And I pray you bless Florian and Becky. I pray you give Lindy a safe trip the rest of the way back to her home. And thank you for giving Carol and Lindy a safe travels, Lord. Lord, I thank you for giving me the courage to talk about difficult things, Lord. I don't like to talk about this, but Lord, I feel like it's an issue that does need to be addressed, Lord. Why we should not follow after people who are bullies, Lord. We should not enable them and say what they're doing is okay when it's not. Lord, I pray that people would have the courage to stand up to bullies and say that this is wrong and that they shouldn't need to do a video about people bashing them, Lord. I just pray that you'd give us courage to stand up against things that are wrong, Lord. And I pray you help me to continue to forgive. Lord, there's always going to be people that hurt us, Lord, and just give us the strength and the grace to forgive, Lord, and know that you love these people, Lord, and that they have wrong in their thinking, that they're insecure, that they feel they need to do videos of bashing other people. Lord, I just pray that you would help them to realize that they're wrong and to stop doing that to people. Oh, good night, Valentina. Thank you for being here. I pray these things, Lord, in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you for Valentina. Please bless her and give her sweet dreams, Lord. Thank you that she looked after me when I was in Europe. And I thank you for her. I pray these things in Jesus' name. Amen. Yeah, Valentina's the one that looked after me when I was in Europe and things didn't go good in Portugal. And she said, come to Italy. And I went to Italy and it was fabulous. So always good to see you, Valentina. I know it's late there and I'm going to go. I went 2 hours and 9 minutes. You guys, I always pray about these lives and for God to lead me in the right direction. So, and yeah, you're right. An artist's life. Bullies are weak and so sad. But they do a lot of damage. And that's what happens, and these kids in school, it's so sad. These little kids are taking their own life because they're being bullied. And it's a group of them. And that's what he did. He got a group together. And even the one friend, the person that unmoderated me, the person with a bigger channel, he tried to get me unmoderated at Glow, but he was not successful. But the other bigger channel that he got me unmoderated from, she was on my side and she said, this is bullying. You guys are all ganging up on her. Because he got other people together in his second video. And so, oh, are you going to come here? I'm not going anywhere for a while to save money. So, but come to Denver. I want to get, I might not get a tiny house, you guys. I'm going to be looking around though. If I get a tiny house, I'd like to put it on a piece of property and have maybe 2 tiny houses or something. I don't know. But I'm looking to get like a small house, maybe, so I at least have an extra bedroom. So if Valentina comes to visit me, I have a spare room for her. And like if my daughter, the grandkids come, I have a room for them. It'll be 1 room, but I don't know. Maybe I can find a little house with 3 bedrooms, but we'll see. But that's what I'm doing right now. So yeah. And I'm taking the lifeguarding course. And yeah, I got the job lifeguarding. So I'm excited about that. And yeah. Thank you all for being here. Don't say that no one cares for you, because I do and God does too. Don't forget to pray for Red, because Red is praying for you. Love y'all. Bye.